Hey, what's up, guys? I hope that your league start is going good. I wanted to make a update video to show you how my SST Raider is doing. So this girl has been a beast for me. I have played probably the first day. It was a long day. I probably played like 18 hours. I couldn't stop. I was addicted. I was addicted to the gameplay. I was able to swap out of Poisonous Concoction in early white maps with just these Frim Sorrows that ended up costing me 3C. And I bought like an 800 armor shield for 1C. And then the 800 armor, like, it was killing okay, but it wasn't doing amazing. So I ended up buying I think it was like 3 or 5C 1000 or 1100 shield, and that was doing a lot better. And I ended up going all the way into yellow maps, and then I got bogged down in Heist for a while. I'm gonna be honest. Heist ended up getting, once you go into Heist, it's like, well, now I'm just gonna be here for a few hours. Do you know? I did not get a Seething Fury day one. Like, I don't know how many people are playing this build, but I talked about it, and now Seething Furies I ended up buying mine day 2 for 2 divine. I think they're going down now to about 1.5, but still. Oh, and I didn't mention, on day, just at the end of day 1, it must have been on my hour 16 of playing, I managed to get myself an Emperor's Vigilance. I know it doesn't look like one, because I wanted to make it look cooler, for 30C. I'm so glad I bought it for that price, because I heard day 2 they went up to 60 to 100C, so I feel like that was a worthy buy. And I've been rocking these. I've done up to T15s right now. I've been a little slow because I've kind of crangled my arm a bit by playing too hard on the first day, I'm going to be honest with you. And day 2, I was still on a 4-link because I was just saving all that money, and my 4-link happened to give me my ailment immunity. I was not willing to give that up. I actually just literally gave it up today, putting on the 6-link. That's only because I made some really great boots, but we'll get on to that in a minute. So on day 2, I farmed my ass off so I could get myself the 5-socket recipe and 5-link my poor chest piece. It was a good chest piece, at like 90 life, and then it had the 35 avoid ailments and stuns. So it was exactly what I needed. It made me 100% immune. Gotta do what you gotta do. I also forgot for a while I was running around with no Scavia, so I bought that for 1C as well, and I'm still using it, and still feels totally fine. I should probably make my weapon today. That would be a pretty good idea, and shouldn't be overly expensive to make. I'm actually still wearing some gear from the ground. Like, oh, this came from Betrayal, for example. I don't even have it. It's good. It's good enough. I bought this for 5C, and I found this on the ground. So I've been wearing some ground gear as well. Some more ground gear, Betrayal ground gear, of course. And yeah, rocking T15s. Everything is freezing. It feels really solid. Again, my only complaint with this build, as I've felt and I told you in the cons, is aiming, man. Aiming sometimes, it's a thing. It's a thing. We're on to day 3. I just got my 6-link in, and I just flipped over my gems, and so far everything is absolutely vibing. I cannot wait to slap some bosses today, get them all dead, get all of my watchstones, and then just go hard crafting the rest of the gear for this girl, because she is going to be a beast against all of the Sanctum. Speaking of Sanctums, we should get into that. So one thing I actually like the Sanctum. Let me know, by the way, if you guys like the Sanctum or not, but I will say right here, I do like the Sanctum. But, so you gotta go do the quest in Act 2, so you can put on your relics. Okay, you get to see her there, that's fine. But then in Act 7, in the Fell Shrine Ruins, you have to get close to the Sanctum to find out that there's another quest in there to get the packs. I didn't know this at all, okay? So I was running around with my Sanctum completely not gaining the kind of power that I could because of those kind of agreements. And it was, I don't know why, like, I don't play with my quest markers on. The only way I see my quests is down through here. So the fact that, the fact that that was not something easily noticeable was kind of like, whoa, why would you do that? Now, all that being said, I really like the Sanctum. I'm not particularly the best at it. I can freeze all of the bosses in there, but I do have this one little itty bitty problem where instead of flame dashing, I shield charge into damage. It's like not a thing I want to do, but it's just because it's so easy to just hit mouse 5 and shield charge instead of flame dash, and you know. So that's a player issue, but it is so fun. All the boys freeze when your shield starts to pop off. It will actually freeze other bosses. It freezes everything. I was on a 4-link when I started getting into yellow sanctums, and that was a little rough. And once I switched over to a 5-link, it was really smooth as butter. I would also suggest, get yourself the vortex on, because it's just really nice to be able to put down that vortex, get bone chill, and kill those bosses when you have to. Oh, I hate getting sucked in. I'm just going to say, I hate getting sucked in. Again, it's a shield charge thing because I'm shield charging around and then I shield charge by a sanctum and then I get sucked in. And that I wish I could toggle that on or off, but maybe that's something that GGG will change. We'll have to see. I mean, it's only been 3 days, so we'll have to see. I do think that this is a bit of a hard sell for the community because it definitely doesn't feel rewarding right away, which is something that we're all pretty accustomed to when we play Path. I mean, I'm struggling to think of any league that didn't give us some level of, maybe Harvest, but like we got seeds, we had to plant them, we had to wait and plant them, let them grow. That was probably it, but the rewards were so good that it was worth it. So that's kind of what I expect the Sanctum to be, because I've actually already seen some pretty nutty loot in there. Plus, some of the relics that you get can be absolutely insane. I think GGG might be telling us that we need to learn how to move around more. However, and dodge mechanics. However, I also think that getting off-screened by some range thing and taking out a bunch of my resolve because I couldn't see it coming in is kind of BS. So there has to be a balance around that. I mean, maybe they can do some kind of indicator. That might be really weird, though. I'm not sure. Maybe that's something for, like, the future, if this league comes back as a mechanic kind of thing. I don't know if they could add something to make it better. But I can say the Sanctum is kind of, it depends on your build or how much power you have, right? If you have enough and one-shot everything, perfect, excellent. That's exactly what you need to go through there. If you don't, then if you don't have some kind of easy way to dodge, maybe using totems, Stormbrand, the Ice Trapper, some kind of freezes are always good. If you're pure melee, yeah, you're going to have a hard time. You're definitely going to have a hard time, which again, they forgot about melee, and that's pretty sad. They thought that they didn't, but they did. But they did. Definitely they did. You guys let me know how you feel about the Sanctum and how your first couple days on this new league have been. I would love to hear it. If you've listened all the way to the end of this video, consider subscribing. It's totally free. I would really appreciate it. You could check out my streams on twitch.tv/Valina, and I will see you all later.